cricket oval across all spaces. So let's talk about this Sri Lanka tour of West Indies. And one of my least favorite things about cricket. So it started almost 3 weeks ago. First, there was a three ODI series. They played the first match. Sri Lanka scored 303 and then held West Indies to 262 with a target of 304, winning by 41 runs. I think they got their last out in the last over, so they had it in the bag. They were taking wickets. They were holding them to pretty far below that target. So good match there. But then came the second match, which was abandoned due to rain after they tossed. And then the third match was abandoned without a single ball being bowled on the 8th of June. And here we go. The three-match ODI series is over after one match played. Man, the rains. Like, come on, we gotta fix that. But then I think it was the three-game T20I series that commenced from there. Somewhat exciting games, especially the first one. Sri Lanka scored 147. The West Indies chased it down. I mean, it was a low target. They chased it down, and they had wickets in hand, but it took them until the 20th over to actually reach it. So Sri Lanka had some good bowling in there. I'm going to run through the matches. Sri Lanka then turned around and scored 194 at a loss of six and got West Indies all done at 157, winning by 37. And then the third time was the charm for West Indies. Sri Lanka scored 169. West Indies caught them with only two deliveries remaining. They caught him, winning 170 to 169. Um, and after that, all of that has led to this is a two-match test series. The first one they're playing right now, and Sri Lanka batted first, scored 308, and West Indies turned around and just opened up a can here. Uh, West Indies scored 626 in response, and now Sri Lanka is just about done. Sri Lanka is batting right now in their second innings. They're still down 237. They've already lost six wickets. It's lunch break right now. So, for all we know, West Indies might wrap this up before this day four is over, before it ever even gets to uh, the West Indies taking a bat. Rahul, I know you like this format. What are you seeing out of this test match? How is the West Indies team? I understand it's a different format and everything, but man, oh man, they look like a completely different team than the one that played the ODIs and the T20s. What are you seeing out of this team in this test match?
So, I mean, with West Indies team, one of the biggest challenges talent management. This team has a lot of talent and they have really good players. And I do feel that West Indies can again become the team
The
that was
power that they, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
dominating, dominating the world cricket in the past uh, 60s, 70s, maybe a bit of 80s.
Hmm.
And they were competitive till 90s actually. So they have the talent. They have people who have power. But the challenge, again, as I said, is I want to talk about one inning from Kyle Meyer. He hit 200 in the fourth inning, 200 plus in the fourth inning, got them to win against Bangladesh, which was unbelievable. But what happened to him? After that inning, he became a freelancer only playing T20. Now, that is the problem. This is a good test match. I loved every bit of it. West Indies showing their potential, showing their talent pool. Now it's about how they are managed. Another aspect I quickly want to touch about is a few years ago, a couple of years ago, West Indies dismantled Australia in Australia.
Hmm.
But talent from that match, again, is nowhere to be found. So That is the only worry, but I'm excited for the talent that they have.
All right. One of those talented players is Ahmed Jungu, who had himself a double century, 233 off of 373 deliveries faced, strike rate of 62, but 19 fours and three sixes across those 200 plus runs that he scored. Really, really good day. All right. Well, that's where that series is. The next one I want to touch on is the England New Zealand. New Zealand is touring England, and I think we had talked about that first test that was really low scoring. England won by 115, um, and then the second one that New Zealand won by 253. Well, the third test has started, and this one's a surprise. I guess it shouldn't be a surprise after New Zealand won that second one by 253 runs. But boy, they've continued the onslaught in this third test. New Zealand put up 438. And, England is a proud team with a lot of talent. Yeah, they gave up 438. They came back. They scored 354 of their own. So got within 80, 90, within 90 points, got it down to double digits. Um, but then they could not make quick work of New Zealand. New Zealand scored 288 of their own runs in that second inning. So now England is left trying to, I think they came in with a target of 373. And at this point, they are down 331 runs, batting right now as we speak. Are their openers, Ben Duckett and Ben Stokes. And boy, um, the captain himself comes in as one of the openers against this tall task, right? 373 target for that second innings in the last day and a half. It's going to require some drastic measures. And yeah, Ben Stokes is up to the task. He's come in, he's come in swinging. Right now, his strike rate is 144, 18 balls faced, 26 runs scored with a four and two sixes. What chances do you give the English team here to actually chase it down and come back and win this? Now they need 327 now that they've scored 46 in this inning. Rahul.
Yes. So if we are looking at the baseball history, the term that was coined a few years ago and was very popular,
Mhm.
um, not being used that much anymore. But the thing is, they have their bases covered. They have players who can go all out attack and bring the digits to two digits very quickly. And, they have batsmen who can hold their ground, um, and score at a still relatively um, slower pace. But players like Joe Root and another uh, the Emilio Gay, that they can utilize if they need to hold their foot down. Um, this is the kind of test match that they've won against Australia, India, and Pakistan. Even when they came touring to Pakistan, all three matches, their target was somewhere close to 400, and they won within a day. The pace that was set up.
Mhm.
So I have a feeling that England and especially Ben Stokes would be going out on a high because this is the last test match for Ben Stokes as he is retiring from all international formats. So the fact that they are, you know, willing to make decisions which are not, traditional,
Conventional,
sending
yeah.
Ben Stokes to open, uh, I feel that it's not going to be easy victory for New Zealand. But let's see.
Okay. All right. Well, so much going on in the world of cricket right now. So something that's coming up that's going to start on the first. I think this Wednesday is going to be the first match. A series of massive proportions. England and India. India is going to be touring England here, starting off with five T20Is, followed by three ODIs. I'm looking forward to that. Any thoughts on that before we dive into what is turning into somewhat of a catastrophe in Ireland? Are you looking forward to that matchup, England and India with those T20Is and the ODIs?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the thing about this Indian team right now is that there has been drastic changes that were made by the team management and the administration, and that is fine, because that is the need of our with that kind of
Oh my
talent
goodness,
pool that
I'm so
India.
sorry, Rahul. I I thought for sure. Look, this is what when teams win a lot, this is what happens. I thought India was going to win this game against Ireland. Ireland just won.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Ireland won
They
two to
gave up
lead.
a
Two.
Yeah, they gave up a meaningless six on the last ball. It looks like, but yeah, once they got Harshit Rana on the penultimate delivery, wow. Yeah, it's not showing me a six, but it jumped the score. At that point, that left India needing seven of one deliver. Yeah, there we go. Prince Yadav came in and hit a six, but wow. Okay, that's so for our listeners. India is touring Ireland before they start that matchup with England that we were talking about, and this was supposed to be a warm up, right, to get ready for the massive matchup with England. And boy, oh boy, Ireland won the first one after scoring 182. They got India all out at 148, and I thought, yeah, they took him easy, whatever they were looking past. They're going to come back and destroy them in the second match, and here we go. Ireland just won this series 2-0. What are you?
I mean,
What are we seeing here?
yeah. So that's where I'm coming at, right? So the challenge has been that they had a good settled team, even though Suryakumar Yadav was not performing, right?
Hmm.
Suryakumar Yadav was a good leader and person who was giving his team belief in everything. I'm not saying that Shreyas Iyer is not that person, but every time you make a change, you might have to deal with the consequences that uh, comes with
Go
any
through,
kind of
yeah,
change.
change and
The change,
turmoil.
yeah, the change might not work initially, but again, with the talent that Indian team has, I think this was just a blip on the like a
It's a pretty
series which
massive blip, man.
probably did not have so much consequences.
Yeah.
I think in England there would be some tough matches, and maybe India might lose one or two, but I see that India would be winning 3-2 that series at the minimum.
You know, I'm
Now
looking
coming,
through I'm looking through the lineup. It's not like they're missing anyone. I mean, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Ishan Kishan, Shreyas Iyer, Tilak Verma, Washington Sundar, Shivam Dubey, Akshar Patel, Harshit Rana. This is their team. Like it's not like they sent the second team. What's a
it's not. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the change in captaincy, the
yeah.
thought process, the management, right? I'm just talking about that. Shreyas Iyer has to rebuild his team in his mold, in
Yeah.
the way he thinks. That the challenge also is that this team has never traveled to uh, South Africa, England, New Zealand, Australia. They're playing mainly in and around Dubai, uh, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan. Like not Pakistan because we don't travel, but in Asian conditions,
Hmm.
right? You can look back a history of a while. It's either series in India or these countries. So the team that won previously was not even Suryakumar Yadav, was the team that Rohit Sharma was leading. And that has traveled outside, and it's way different than what they have currently. I'm not trying to defend. I'm actually, you know,
Explaining
feeling
the effects of the
feeling
turmoil
that
and change, and
yes,
yeah. No, I mean, look, I get that, but I have high esteem for the talent that the Indian team has put together. And I, even with that change, I understand change can sometimes lead to turmoil, but I did not expect this happening. This is a massive upset to win 2-0, and you know, especially the way they won that first match, scoring 180 and then holding this powerful lineup to 150-ish, winning by 27, 28 runs. So crazy. All right, I gotta real quick tell our listeners about July 12th. Yes, Sunday, July 12th, after the huge success of the Ramadan pop-up, Fashion Pakistan Lounge is back in Dallas on Sunday, July 12th, 12 p.m. until 8 p.m. at the Frisco Hall Event Center. Designers include Jeem, Warda Qutub Khan, Rabia Zahoor, Samir Patel, Manhoora Azhar, Mahnur. We can Manhoor. I've never heard that name. Mahnur Azhar, Anam Akhlaq, Itna Drama, Shipra Creations, Arsalan Iqbal, and many, many more. Get ready for the style explosion, Dallas, because FPL is coming. All right, let's talk real quick. I can't believe I've given myself so little time. Major League Cricket has opened up, has started. Matches going on right here in Dallas. I believe they're going to do the same thing. They're going to split the time between Texas and California, right? All the other matches here in Texas, they're going to be in Dallas. The California ones, there's some in Oakland and some in Pomona, which is northeast of Los Angeles. So we're well into the swing of things. Anything big that you've seen besides the fact that all this wonderful cricket is happening right in our backyard here in DFW?
So the only thing that I would say about it is that one of the things that is getting proven is that age is just a number. So people who are not even playing IPL anymore, who have the potential to play IPL, and a great amount of talent to play IPL, are not playing. For example, IPL, but they are playing here. For example, Kiran Pollard, he hit a century in a losing cause, I believe, but he did become the highest scoring T20I batter. Players like Fab du Plessis, he is playing and he's doing really good. So the the thing that I'm most excited about is how talent with age is, defining the world of cricket, at least in the franchise cricket. So that's my one big observation. Matches are good. Texas Super King is performing really well. So looking forward to Texas Super King hopefully making it to the final.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're going to be here for that. It's going to be exciting, exciting times at the MLC as this season goes along. And yes, the Texas Super Kings are at the top um, right now with 6 points. They've played more matches than anyone else. Of course, that makes sense because the matches start off right here in Dallas. But yes, the Texas Super Kings are sitting at 3-3, but with those 6 points, they're sitting at the top. Um, I think the LA Kings, yeah, everybody else is tied at 4 points each. So there's a lot of parity, a lot of competition in MLC, and as the season goes along, I just got to tell you, so season's going to continue. There were two matches that finished yesterday. The Mumbai Indians, New York, actually in a low scoring game scored 144 and then held on to beat New York by 41 runs by holding them to 103. Then we had a high scoring affair where the Super Kings lost to Washington. Is Washington the defending champs? Didn't they win? I can't remember. I'll have to look that
I,
up.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I think you're correct.
Yeah. So Washington chased down that target of 186 on the last delivery with one wicket remaining. This was it was a high scoring match, but man, oh man, was it tight. And that's the type of excitement, close matches that MLC brings to you. So, hey, go grab your tickets. This is going on right now in your backyard. Um, there we go. They've moved over to Oakland right now. Yeah. So the games this week are going to be in Oakland. Nope. Today are the last two games in Oakland. This week, they're going to move over to Pomona. That's going to go on for the next week. And then they're back here in Dallas starting Wednesday, the 8th of July. That's when the games come back to here in Dallas. New York and San Francisco are going to get things going. Match is going to continue for a while, and then we get to the eliminators and all that. Unfortunately, our time has been eliminated right now. We are at the end of time. Rahul, wonderful conversation. Thank you for joining in. We'll talk more cricket next Sunday. All right.
Sounds good.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. And y'all, all our listeners out there, have a beautiful, wonderful day. I hope you guys will enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week. You can catch me again right here next Sunday on the Sports Spotlight at 10 a.m. Before that, Wednesday night at 9 p.m. You can catch me right here on Radio Azad with Chandni Ratein. I'm your host, Rizwan, signing off. Have a good one.